Welcome back to Adaptive Humans, the podcast for real talk and intentional growth. I'm your host, Jami de Lou. Before we get started, a quick content note. Today, I'll speak honestly about illness, end of life, and family caregiving. If that's a tender topic for you, please take care of yourself. Pause, skip, or come back when you're ready. Around here, we return to three anchors in each episode: how to navigate our emotions, which is our emotional intelligence, how to adapt across differences, which is our cultural intelligence, and how we steady ourselves when stress or triggers show up. Because that's what helps us stay human when life gets real. And life has been lifing hard lately for so many of us. I'd like to take a minute to thank you all for your outpouring of love and patience during this past month. What we thought would be a short break of the podcast turned into a season of real life pivoting. And it is definitely not lost on me that I launched a podcast called Adaptive Humans. And in 2025, it really has been a masterclass in adapting across areas that I never expected. My family and I laid my father-in-law to rest in late October, a man whose kindness filled every room and whose jovial laugh warmed the hearts of everyone who loved him. And wow, was he deeply, deeply loved. He was known as Professor Lou to generations of students. He lived a life of service and deep commitment to access to education for people in Panama. And what was really unique about that was that education access wasn't just for young people and children. It was actually for adults as well who may be returning to night school to learn. And so at his funeral, we had nearly 400 people, former students, colleagues, friends, and family who shared story after story about how he impacted their lives. Over and over again, we heard how he made people feel special and seen and supported, and how he truly changed the trajectory of many of their lives. We should all be so lucky to leave a legacy like this. For our family, especially my mother-in-law, his partner of 60 years, the loss has been enormous. And with that loss has come the responsibility of her care. So today's episode is a tribute to them both. And for every family navigating the dual role of being a loved one and a caregiver. Caregiving is often a silent role, one you don't fully understand until you're in it. And this month of November marks Caregiver Awareness Month. And so this episode is intended to be part one of a series called The Invisible Load of Caregiving. And I have a really awesome guest who was nothing but generous to reschedule with me when we were supposed to actually record together the week that my father-in-law passed. In this episode and during this series, we're naming what goes unseen when caregiving for aging parents, especially across generations, cultures, and countries, come into play. We'll talk about the emotional load, the cultural codes, the logistical realities, and we'll close with a short nervous system reset for when your plate is overflowing. Beyond the bio, caregiving is love in action. It's also labor, often invisible, often uneven, often shaped by cultural expectations you never explicitly agreed to. If you're supporting more than one elder, the layers multiply very quickly. I want to acknowledge that not all caregiving is for elders, but in this particular episode, I think there's things that while for us and my family, we're navigating caregiving for elders, and that's a lot of what my experience and lived circumstances have been. We know that people care for children and partners who navigate all kinds of things. As I shared back in episode 2, caregiving and grief are an integral part of my life story. My mom lived with multiple sclerosis for nearly 20 years before she passed. I learned how to start caregiving for her when I was a teenager. And I can remember being constantly afraid that I might create stress that worsened her symptoms. And in my early 30s, I stepped into her end of life caregiving when she was only 60. I share this because caregiving can arrive unexpectedly, it can unfold over years, or be tied to the realities of aging. And when it spans borders and cultures, the complexity only grows. Here are some invisible categories people rarely prepare us for. So I thought I'd take a little bit of time to kind of walk through what are some things to be thinking about, even before you think you need them, when you're not yet in that caregiving responsibility situation. Let's start with the administrative work, the paperwork load. If you're in the US, this may be Medicare versus private insurance. In other countries, you might be navigating socialized medicine systems. Across borders, you're reconciling multiple systems at once. Please have the hard conversations early. The power of attorney, advance directives, who's the executor, passwords, logins, getting added to bank accounts that your parents have, appointment portals, medication list. Oh, I cannot stress enough to understand as much as you can about all of these things. It's not glamorous, but it directly impacts the dignity and quality of the care. I'm incredibly grateful that my father-in-law spoke to us and we made a lot of plans in advance. And my mother was the same way. And even with all of the things that they shared and said, each one of them, there were still lots of unexpected things. But having the things that we did have in order put us a step ahead when there was other barriers that we encountered that we didn't anticipate. Next, I want to talk about medical advocacy and sort of the translation of systems and processes. Advocacy means asking, what are the options? What's urgent? What's the preference here? What's the fear around this particular topic? If you straddle languages, you're not just translating words, you're translating cultural context and meaning for people that matter to you. Some elders and loved ones, they're going to minimize pain out of pride. Some will defer to authority. Some won't voice their needs unless they're asked in the right, culturally appropriate way. Advocacy work is cultural work. It's not just logistics. And that takes us to cross-border logistics. Everything from time zones to WhatsApp threads, emergency flights, coordinating siblings who are in different cities or different countries, or both. You're also reconciling expectations across vastly different healthcare norms. This is real labor, emotional, mental, and financial. Next is the family systems and the role shifts that occur. When a parent becomes fragile, everyone's role shifts. You often hear about things like the responsible one, the fixer, the peacekeeper, the avoider, the strong one, the one who disappears. Care works best when we operate from what's real now, not the old stories. And in blended bicultural or multinational families, this gets even more nuanced. When stress gets high, leading with kindness takes effort. Next, we'll talk about the reality of culture and rituals and creating a space for dignity for your loved one. Care is cultural, plain and simple. It's the food we bring, the religious rituals we follow, the music in the house or the lack of music in the house, how we honor the body, who keeps vigil, the clothing that we wear in grief, and the rituals that signal belonging. These are not extras. They're medicinal for people. But tensions can arise because often you're navigating the wishes of the loved one who's passed while supporting the needs of those living and grieving. And both really do matter. And then we can't forget about the emotional layers. Everything from anticipatory grief, that guilt from afar, resentment you feel like you shouldn't have, but you do at times, joy even that occurs in small moments, exhaustion you don't have language for and you can't clearly articulate, the ache that hits unexpectedly, maybe after a heart appointment or a moment where someone who has memory care issues is really challenging. If we don't name the emotional layers, they run the show. Naming them creates space for tenderness, for yourself and for each other. And this is where both self compassion and compassion can come in. So I'd love to offer a short caregiving micro toolkit, just a few things that you could do and some tools that you could use to support you and your loved ones. Start by creating a care hub, if you will. It can be both digital and physical. This has everything from medications, contacts, portals you're going to need, legal documents, vitals, red flags, emergency numbers. And then build a care roster. Everything from siblings, cousins, trusted friends who can handle rides, meals, paperwork, bills. And then I want to offer this idea of using a decision cadence. Urgent is anything that needs to happen today. Important happens this week. Long range is this month. Despite the way it might feel, not everything is urgent. And then I just want to offer protect one ritual of dignity, whether that be tea, music, prayer, a cultural practice, whatever your elder or loved one enjoys and that gives them that sense of dignity and pride and connectedness to themselves and their community. Maintaining dignity, even when safety requires limiting their independence, can really make all the difference in this time of massive change and uncertainty. Brave enough moment. The brave enough moment is the imperfect first step, the one that comes before clarity. Caregiving demands brave enough steps constantly. You act with the information you have, not the information you wish you had. You might get a call that someone's hospitalized, or suddenly you're rearranging work and kids and family logistics, or you're figuring out which sibling can fly and which one can't. Naming the limits is an act of care. Being specific and clear with each other makes all the difference in the world. So things like, I can fly in for 4 days, or I can take mornings but not nights. I can handle insurance. Can you handle meals? These examples create clarity and start to define roles and how you're going to tackle all that's in front of you. Courage in caregiving isn't martyrdom. Courage is design. Designing for dignity, sustainability, and shared responsibility whenever humanly possible. So I would encourage you to think about, what is your response to this question? What boundary or resource could make caregiving more sustainable for your loved one and for you? And let me say this very clearly. Friends can be an incredible lifeline. Many people don't have family to share the load with. Or even if that family exists, not everyone always has the capacity or contributes equally. And if you're the friend, small actions mean more than you will ever know in instances like this. So one of the things that can help you is create a support list for yourself. Meals, childcare, rides, errands, emotional support. Something that friends can meaningfully act upon when they ask, how can I help? And I'm just going to say, keeping it real, I am not always the best at this. I'm so used to being the helper, the fixer, the one that handles everything. If you ask anyone close to me, they'll tell you, I do not want to be a burden for anyone, ever. But I realize that when people ask you that question, what can I do for you? Sometimes you're in such a place of overwhelm that you can't think of what to ask. And so writing it down and having a short list of things that could be useful to you is a go-to that starts to outsource some of the things that you just cannot get to in your life right now. I can remember being away from my family while caregiving for my mom, but I was lucky enough to have a few dear friends who were local to where my mom lived. And while I flew in and out constantly until things took a turn for the worst, they would show up at the coffee shop across the street from the hospital during the hour where the ICU nurses switched shifts and I had to leave the hospital. They made sure I ate, refueled me with coffee, and listened without trying to fix everything. Or just recently, when we found out that my father-in-law passed away, we had less than 48 hours where we needed to travel internationally. And before I could even think about what was for dinner, I had friends text a DoorDash gift card. It provided dinner for us without having to think about it or worry about what to do or the cost of all the things that we were doing in that moment with booking last-minute international flights. It was like a home-cooked meal from a distance. It really comforted us and allowed us to sit down together and have a meal. These moments really do matter, and our friends and loved ones want to show up for us when we need them most. Just be reset. When your nervous system is worn thin, here's a 1-minute grounding reset you can do anywhere. From a hospital hallway, a parking lot, your kitchen, a hotel room, wherever you are. What you do is you start with this idea of arrive. So feet on the floor, soften your jaw, drop your shoulders. Then you want to orient. This is where you gently turn your head from left to right and name 3 neutral things you see, whatever's in your space. Then exhale longer than you inhale by inhaling for 4, exhaling for 6. Repeat this 3 times where you inhale for 4 and exhale for 6. Then name and normalize. Literally, say to yourself, this is a lot, and I'm allowed to go slow, or I'm allowed to feel afraid or uncertain. Naming and normalizing allows you to express what you're feeling in that moment and give yourself the chance to pause and release what you need to release in that moment. And then lastly, it's about making a micro choice. What is the next right, kind step? And do only that thing. If anything softened for you at all in the process of these short steps, even 1%, 1% better is more than enough in that moment. Remember, caregiving is a marathon, not a sprint. Some seasons are literally about survival, and it's hard to pace yourself. And grief? Ooh, grief is not linear. You may also be experiencing compounding grief, multiple losses, transitions, identity shifts, breakups, divorce, chronic illness diagnosis, job changes or loss, or maybe some combination of all of those things. I had a moment during our 7-hour layover home this past weekend. My husband had fallen asleep next to me in a chair, and I found myself just sitting there. And it was sort of the first moment that I think I'd really had to pause and be truly alone with my own feelings and thoughts. And the tears literally just started streaming down my face, flowing out in the open in a busy room. And I could not stop crying. And I just want to say, if that happens to you, let it flow. Your body is doing exactly what it needs to do. There is no shame. It is just real life, lifing hard. If today's episode was a companion for you, I'm sending you love and support. I'd also be honored to include your wisdom in part 2 of this series. So here's some questions I have. Things like, what do you wish you'd known before caregiving began for you? Or what cultural practice or ritual brought dignity to your elder or loved one? Or maybe what boundary or resource helps you keep going when caregiving got hard? Share your story or DM me on Instagram at the handle @the Jami de Lou. That's at VJamiDelou. Next week, we'll be back with another short episode on navigating the holidays. The joy, the grief, the pressure, potential estrangement, even the disconnection. Everybody's experiences at the holiday are different, and that's okay. We're going to talk about ways to create a plan to help provide yourself a gentle holiday season. If today's episode stirred up some strong feelings for you, I encourage you to be gentle with yourself. Reach out to someone you trust. If you're in the US and feel in crisis, dial or text 988 at any time. Adaptability starts with presence. Take a breath, drink some water, get fresh air if you can, and rest. And remember, rest and sleep are not the same thing, but both are important. Stay connected to yourself, your people, and when possible, the elders who shaped you. Until next time, I am brave, I am enough, I am brave enough, and so are you. This is Adaptive Humans. Real talk, intentional growth.